We look out into the world and we see all of these people doing all of these amazing, fascinating, talented things, and we think to ourselves, oh, I could never do that, or oh, I would never be able to do that, or oh, how do they even find the time to do these sorts of things, without realizing that the only difference between you and that person is discipline. Knowing that whether they want to do something when they wake up in the morning or not, they're going to remove their emotions from the situation and do it anyway, because that's what's required of them to get to this point in life. It's not because they're more beautiful than you. It's not because they're smarter than you. It's not because they think differently than you. They're more creative than you. No, it's simply because they have discipline. Hey guys, my name is Khalees and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the power of self-discipline. Self-discipline is something that we all struggle with. It's something that can be hard to keep up and maintain, be consistent with. But today I'm going to talk about the power of having the self-discipline and why you should have discipline within every aspect of your life, within every aspect of your daily routine. In life, there are going to be a plethora of things that we're required to do to not only just be successful, but to just have a good life with a whole bunch of consequences and unnecessary problems. Life revolves around two things: choices and discipline. You have to make good choices in life, and you have to have discipline when you make those choices and when you go on your path in life. We do these things and we have discipline when we're going through life to avoid problems and unnecessary regrets in the long run. Developing self-discipline at a young age can build a foundation for a successful future. For example, you see a football player, he's in the NFL. He didn't just get there because he loves to play football and he's passionate about it. That's part of it. That's what led him to pursue this path. But there are other things that go into play besides him just throwing a football and making millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure he has to get up really early to train. He has to eat the right foods. He has to go to promotional events. I'm pretty sure if he chose, he would want to lay in the bed all day and watch movies and eat snacks. But where would that get him? It would make him complacent. Because he had self-discipline at a young age, he ate the right foods, he trained multiple times throughout the week, he woke up at an early time and went to practice, he showed up to meetings on times, he handled his business, his responsibilities, and did what he was supposed to do. That's why he's in a position to make the type of money that he makes, not because he's really good at throwing a football. There are plenty of people who could be in the NFL right now. There's plenty of men who could be in the NFL right now. But the main reason as to why they're probably not is because they lack the discipline and the patience to pursue that dream of theirs. All of us have dreams, all of us have aspirations, but just because you want something and you feel like you're good at it, it doesn't mean that it's going to come to you. You have to do more than just, you've heard the saying, prayer is nothing without work. You have to do more than just pray for things. You have to really go after them and go after what you want. If you want to be a fashion designer, you have to study the craft of fashion. You have to network with different people within the fashion industry. You have to deliver great designs and materials each and every time. It's not just, oh, I love fashion and I want to be a fashion designer, so I'm going to just dream that I become a fashion designer and don't really attempt to do anything to get towards that. Knowing that no matter what you choose to do in life, it's going to take discipline. If you want to be a professional singer, you want to be an actress, you know that you have to make it to auditions in the morning. You know that you have to make it to acting classes in the morning. You know that you have to make it to a training vocal cords class in the morning. So you can't stay up partying all night. All work and no play isn't fun, but you have to be disciplined enough to get up in the morning and do the things that you set out to do, or you could really be giving up what you truly want in life. You could be the greatest tennis player in the world. You could be on Serena Williams level. But if you don't get up early in the morning and study your craft, practice what you're doing, learning everything that you need to know about tennis, eating the right food so that you can play your best and have the best mentality when going out there and playing games, you'll just be stuck playing tennis wherever you're at. You'll just end up stuck playing tennis in your backyard. Examples of practicing self-discipline would be going to bed on time. Your body needs enough rest. It needs enough power to function throughout the day so that not only you can achieve the tasks that you want to do, you're not sleep deprived, so you're not in a bad mood. You're not sleep deprived, so you're not having negative thoughts throughout the day. Your body needs to rest so that it can function properly for whatever you're attempting to do the next day. Another example would be limiting your consumption of everything. And when I say that, I mean too much of anything is bad for you. If you consume too much screen time, that could ruin your perception of the world. If you consume too much junk food, that could be bad for your body and you would have a hard time doing what you need to do throughout the day. If you stay up at all hours of the night, you get up and eat whatever you want to eat, there's no structure throughout your day, what type of mood do you think you're going to be in? Do you think you're going to feel confident as a person? See, people always say, oh, I don't have enough time for this, or I don't have enough time for that. You have enough time for whatever you want to do in life. The problem isn't that you don't have enough time. The problem is you lack regime. You lack an idea of what you need to do throughout the day. You lack time management. And I know for some people, they may lack time, but it's people out here with families. It's people out here with children that they need to take care of, households that they need to maintain, and they still find the time to get to work on time, to work out, to practice self-care. It's because they have to manage their time so that they can fit things in. It may require you waking up at 5, 6 in the morning. But if you go to bed on time, that should be no problem and your body should get used to it. Limiting your consumption of everything and taking control, understanding when something is bad for you and understanding when something is good for you and understanding when you need to do something and when you don't need to do something. That's what discipline in life is all about. Understanding that you have to get up really early in the morning so you can't stay out partying with your friends all night. Understanding that you need to get an assignment or you need to get something done. So you can't do this or your time isn't just available. Have free time, of course, but your day should also consist of you sitting down or you getting up and doing what you need to do and handling your responsibilities and being about your business, because that's the only way you're going to get to what you truly desire. Another form of self-discipline would be taking care of yourself. How are you going to feel powerful and how are you going to feel confidence in any situation as a person if you don't do something as simple as taking care of yourself throughout the day? Now, of course, if you don't have the accommodations to do such, then I understand. But if you have access to these things, if you're not showering, if you're not, basically taking care of yourself, how are you going to feel confidence in any situation? If you lack self-love and taking care of yourself, and if you lack self-respect, how are you going to feel confident throughout the day? When I personally used to lay in the bed all day and I didn't really get anything done, even if it was just, a regular day, when I got up out the bed, I would feel lazy. I would feel like I haven't really achieved anything throughout the day. So I'm going to give you guys some specific tips on how you can achieve self-discipline in life. Wake up as early as possible. And when I say as early as possible, try waking up, if you can, around 5 or 6 in the morning. Now, I know that seems very early, which it is, but when you start to wake up, and your body will get used to it, but when you start to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning, you really realize how much time is in a day. You wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, you go to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And you just have so much time. There's so many things you can fit into that day. Maybe working out before you go to work, doing a self-care routine before you go to work, such as yoga, stretching, maybe doing meditation. Just wake up as early as possible. And I just want you to try it at least one time and see how much time you have within that day to plan things that could contribute to your personal development, your career success, and your overall success as a human being. Next, I would say set certain times to do different things. And this goes along with making a daily routine or a daily routine. Set certain times that you're going to do something. For example, if you know you need to work, put the hours that you have to work. if you want to get in a bit of time for exercising, put the time that you need to exercise. And have a list and you just check it off on your phone or check it off in a notebook. Just set certain times that you need to do things, and consistently every single day try to do those things at the exact time, because you know what it's going to do? It's going to give you balance and it's going to give you structure in life, and you won't feel like you're running all over the place like a chicken with its head cut off and you just don't know when you're coming or going, because you have balance and structure now that you've set certain times that you need to do certain things. A third thing I would advise is spend a specific time enjoying something that you want to do. And what I mean by this is, oftentimes when you have all of this structure in your life and discipline in your life, you don't make time to do things that you want to do for yourself, and it causes you to rebel. It causes you to go against what you've planned to do for yourself, and it causes you to lack discipline. So have a specific time, maybe an hour, maybe a few hours out of the day, and just spend time doing something that you want to do for yourself. Watch a movie, hang with friends, enjoy a nice meal, do something that you really want to do for yourself, so that you always have that to look forward to during the day outside of all of these responsibilities that you're having to juggle. The fourth thing I would say is to write down short-term goals. Oftentimes we set these really big goals for ourselves and we end up not completing them because they're so big that we don't even know where to start. Every single day, maybe jot down a goal for that specific day. And lastly, think of the exact actions that you could take as a person that's going to aid in your personal growth. Think of, even if it's one or two things, just think of little things that you can do throughout the day that is advancing you as a person. And when I say advancing you as a person, it's making you a better person in the long run. Maybe journaling and getting your thoughts out so it's easier for you to express yourself, or your emotions and what you're feeling isn't weighing you down. That could be an example of a small thing that you could do throughout the day that's going to aid in your personal and self-growth as a person. Being self-disciplined is hard. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's easy. It's hard. But the number one thing that you can do to become more disciplined as a person, and what I had to learn to do, is take your emotions out of the equation. Your emotions do not matter. What you need to do is, when you get up in the morning, set a list of things that you need to do throughout the day. Just really try to push through it and put your emotions to the side. When choosing to be self-disciplined, it's important to put yourself first. Trust me, when you're trying to be disciplined, distractions are gonna come everywhere, because you have people trying to derail you off of the path that you're pursuing. You have people that are responding to you in a negative way unprovoked, but you have to put yourself first, and you have to put your peace first, and you have to know that what you're doing is for the betterment of yourself, and you have to move past what people think about what you're doing, what people have to say about what you're doing. You just have to isolate your thoughts outside of everything else that is going on in the world. Yes, you should pay attention to what's going on in the world, but you need to be so in tune with what yourself and what you want that nothing that anybody is saying is getting through to you. If you know that what you're doing is positive and it isn't hurting anyone, if what you're doing is positive and it isn't hurting anyone, no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does, you have to be so isolated and so in tune with yourself that you're not paying it any mind and you're just going after what you want. Because when you're building self-discipline, sometimes it requires moments of isolation. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I really just wanted to let you guys know that you can be successful. You can achieve great things in life. It just takes discipline and patience. And of course, faith in God and prayer. You see that multimillionaire and he's taking jets, or she's taking jets. They're doing all of these amazing, great things. And you think to yourself, well, they're just lucky. Well, they acquired things in life that I didn't, which can be true. But 99% of the time, it's a whole list of things that they have to do within a daily basis and throughout their life that they didn't want to do that got them to that point. That's all I really wanted to discuss today. And I hope this video really encouraged you guys to just go for what you want and really start implementing self-discipline into what you do. And you'll set up a great foundation for the future. Bye.